Hi guys, welcome to SAP Learning. So, as I told you in my last class, we will now move into the totally into the development side. So, today we will discuss about a simple ABAP program which will give a which will do a sum up of two numbers and give the output. So, as I told you, to create any ABAP program, we will go to SE38 and then we'll give our program name, which can be anything. So let's assume I'm giving JetPro1 as my program name, and now I'm going to create that program by clicking create button. Now let's give it a name like arithmetic operations and make it a executable program and save it in a local object. Now, as you can see here, a report keyword is already there. So it tells us it is a executable program. As you can see, we have a different type of program type there. At that time, we have executable program, include program, and module program. So if it is executable program, then this keyword will be report, and if it is include program, then it will be a include here, and if it is module program, then it will be a program here. So let's create a program which will give a sum of two numbers. As you can see here, these are the details which are commented. So if you have to comment or any document something, then you can put there at that time at this side. So we can put here like this. Like description, we can give sum of two numbers just for documentation purpose, so that it will be readable. So let's first know how do we basically do a sum of two numbers in C language. So what we do in C language, we will create give some integer values of variables. So let's declare three variables, and then what we do, we will assign values into it. Let's give it 10 and then 20, then we will do the operation, and then we will do display. For display to any output in C, we use keyword printf, and then we do all the keyword and then z. So this is how to do a sum of two numbers in C language. And now if we talk about in ABAP, first we will do all these things, all the steps in ABAP here. So first we will declare three variables. So let's talk about how to declare variables in ABAP. So to declare any variables, we will use data keyword. As you can see, any keywords are displaying in ABAP as in blue color, so that you can identify this is a keyword here. So let's declare X type I. So here, rather than declaring like this as int in C, we will declare it as data is a keyword and here type is also a keyword, and then we will declare it as I. I is for integer type, and then we will do end of statement with dot, and then declare second variable, and then declare third variable. Now here you can see I have declared all the three variables in a single line. But in any programming language, we should also take care about readability of any code or program you have written, so that it can be readable throughout. So to give a readability, we can put in a separate line. But if we do if we write in a single line, then it will also work. It doesn't like it will not work. But for readability, we can put it in a next line. So now here, as you can see, we have declared all the three variables in a single line with the use of int, which is integer. Now suppose I want to also declare all these variables without using data in all the lines. Now if you want to comment these lines, what we can do, just select all these and hold on control button and do a less than sign. Hold control and less than sign together and press. See, all these are grayed out, so it means these are commented. Now if suppose you want to again uncomment this, again select all these lines and hold on control button and do a greater than sign, not less than sign, it is greater than sign to uncomment. See, it is uncommented. Now if suppose you want to comment a single line, just also you can press star, or you can also select this and do control and less than sign. So now let's suppose I want to declare all these variables in a single line. So how can we do this? As you can see, to declare all these variables in a single line, we will use chain operator. This double dot sign is called chain operator in ABAP. So we will do this in a, without using any data keyword again, and it will be separated by comma, not dot, because it would be a end of statement. Now let's do a syntax check. First we will do control F, then control F2 to syntax check, then control F3 to activate. It is activated. So all our declaration are done now. Now, okay, suppose you want to give some comment here in the front of line. How to do this? Suppose I want to do this comment like declaration. So how it can be achieved? We will do this with the use suppose if you want to do a comment after the end of any statement, then we can do this in a double quotes. After write anything after a double quote would be a comment like this. So now let's assign all the values here. And do x plus y. Now let's do control S, control F2. Let me check. Now see, here error is coming on 20 line. Statement x equal to 10 is not defined. See, now what is this error? As we have to understand, ABAP is always a case insensitive, like it can be written in any capital or small letter, and it is space sensitive. It means after any variable declaration or any assigning a operator, we have to use a space. So after using any variables, we have to give space, and after assigning any operator, we have to again give a space. Now see, let me check if any error again comes. Control F2, see, it is syntactically correct. So now this is our addition. Now we will do display. So to display in C language we use printf keyword. In C++ we use cout. Here in ABAP we use write keyword. To display we will use write, and then that variable which you want to print, then do dot. Now let's check our output. We'll do F8. See, our value is coming as 30, which is our sum of two numbers. Now as you can see, by executing, if you talk about in the term of end user, if we give any program to the end user, he doesn't know about this output, that what is it signified, what is this 30. So to display something useful, let's comment this. We will use some string, like to give a string, string, as you know, string is a collection of characters. Let's give some useful information, sum of two numbers, and then close this and do Z. Now as you can see, here it is coming as red color. It means there must be an error. Let me check syntax. See, unable to interpret Z. So what we are doing here, we are doing multiple operation here, like we are doing string here and then integer. So to do multiple operation here, we have to use a comma here. Now see, again it is again coming as error. So as you can see here, to use a multiple operation, here we are declaring multiple variables. So here we are using chain operators as double dot. So here also we are using multiple operation, like first we are displaying some string value and then integer. So to do this, we again have to use double dot as chain operator. Now see, red sign has gone. So it means, let me check, syntax check. See, it is syntactically correct now. So let me see how is our output is coming. See, here it is coming as same. Sum of two numbers is 30. Now suppose if I want to, let me check this. As you can see, it is coming in a same line. Now let's suppose I want to declare it in a same next line. As I told you in my last class, we have to declare slash here to see. As I declared in after this, so I have to use here. See, it is coming in next line. Now here, as you can see, these are the space are coming, lots of space are coming after text. So how it is coming? So I will tell you about this. If we declare any numeric type or any character, these are always left justified. If we talk about any character or string, there will be left justified, and if we talk about any numeric types, then they will be right justified. So here all the numeric values are coming as right justified. So how can be this achieve as left justified? So AppApp also gave some keywords for that. Let's suppose you want to do this as right justified or left justified. We have a keyword C. I just type L and it is giving me some tooltip or any code design, like let's, and then now we can put as tab. If you do tab, then it will be take all these things to be taken automatically. Now let me check what is my output now. Now see, that value will be now left justified. So maybe now in your mind question arises, how can we find this all the keywords? So for this we have a documentation in AppApp. Now let's suppose if you want to check this all the documentation, let's do a F. Now let's suppose if you want to check with the all the keywords used in right statement, we will select this and do a F1. F1 is for documentation. If you want to check documentation for a particular statement or keyword, then do a select of that variable and do F1. So let's see. So if you want to check with this statement, now do double click on this statement. Now let me check. Now see, all the help or documentation are coming here by using right statement. See, all these things, bracket, all these you can use. So it can be, you will get to know with practice. So if you want to check with internal format option, now double click this. Now see, all the syntax which you are using in internal as an internal format in right statement, it is coming. Left justify, centered, right justify, and all the statement we can also use in this right statement. So we will know with the practice here. So if you want to check this, now see left justified, see here, If you want to check this only, now see, with the example it is giving all the, see, left to format it. So with the help of this you can always achieve. So if I want to do this as centered, it will be centered. If you want to do head justified, that can be also achieved. So how, let's do some comment to do a readable. Let's check this output. See, it is left justified, sorry, right, yeah, center justified and right justified. So what we got to know in today lecture, how to declare any variables, if you want to declare in same line or any multiple line, how to declare this with chain operator, how to assign any operator with the space after any output or any variables, how to display any variables, how to display any variables with string, and if you want to display any integer type, then we have to assign a left justified because it is by default a right justified. We can also do put that variable in centered also and right justified. So goodbye for today. In next class we will discuss about how to give any input variables in a stream and then produce our output. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.